ecosystems can be pushed to breaking points. They can look pretty good in the short term, but eventually they break. And they can change so profoundly that they can't find their way back to where they started from.
Oh, hang on. So there's a black bee buzzing around in here.
I got the idea very quickly that it would be a wonderful life to be a naturalist. I started learning everything I could about the little creatures that run the earth.
It's kind of like the secret mystery. There's this fantastic world of activity going on right underneath of our nose, and most of it is totally hidden from most people.
They're not really a pet. Can't really pet them. I do, but.
That was a bumblebee.
Oh, tiger swallowtail. Whoop. Eastern-tailed blue. Ooh, Podius parnassium. That was a mourning cloak. How extraordinary.
There's a lot of complexity in the behavior of these pollinators. They're incredibly attuned to information that we have no access to.
I like to call them the keystone species. I call it a contract between blooming plants and bees.
Life is all connected together, but insects make up the bulk of species. They kind of the glue of life. They keep everything ticking over. If we lose the insects, we lose everything. When someone came along and said, hey, we've got this data set on insect numbers for the last 26 years. And when I first saw the data, I must admit I didn't quite believe it.
The decline was slow, and then it became precipitous, verging on catastrophic.
This is a kind of ecological Armageddon. We're looking at the collapse of life on Earth as we know it.
On a day like today, I would expect to see a lot of bumblebees, but still not seeing much.
Nothing flying at all in the grassland. We don't know where they are.
And they started dropping, and now, you'd do anything to find one.
We don't have a fine enough of a monitoring program to be aware of the upcoming train wreck. So we study the train wreck and say, oh my gosh, they're gone.
Wo sind die Ursachen für dieses Insektensterben?
One of the key things about the mass extinction of the past is I think each one was a perfect storm. Of course, what's going on with humans today is we're another perfect storm.
Around the 1940s, people were producing a lot of chemicals for chemical warfare. And when the war ended, we turned to a war on insects instead.
We have made big chunks of the world hostile to insects and other life.
We tend to take a landscape so that it moves more and more into a sterile, non-supportive of the rest of the environment landscape.
We are a deadly weight on the rest of life on this planet. We need to proceed with care.
I think that there is a space and place for people to have a positive impact on biodiversity.
People are also pollinators, because people then create good stuff.
Originally, I thought I would have turf grass. Later, I decided to just make the whole thing a garden.
On somebody's dining room table on a Tuesday afternoon, we created the pathway on a piece of paper.
One of our projects is the pollinator pathway to plant pollinator-friendly plants along the trail.
It's been like really life-changing thing for me.
I look at places like Detroit as really exciting.
From the vacant land has come abundance.
A lot of times human beings, we walk around and stick our chest out and say, I'm human, but we're totally dependent on these little insects. So we need to dial it back a notch and realize we're part of the matrix of life and that we're totally in an interdependent situation with the other plants and animals that we co-inhabit the planet with.
We want to see what a beautiful community that our hearts tell us can exist. Bees flying like bullets, pollinating left and right against the pesticides. Oh!
This kind of restoration and this kind of habitat is possible. It's whether we can and we can make decisions as a society that might put us in a better place.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
Butterflies will pull us together.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're gonna take that flower, nectar to go. It's gonna become honey for your soul. We're gonna pollinate the plants, black and yellow pants, fuzzy and the small, and we do the wiggle dance. Hop into a flower. Take a pollen shower.
That's how he got it.